So today, boys and girls, we got yet another dripper tank for you guys. All these dripper tanks coming out. First you had the Haze dripper tank, then you got the avocado, or had the avocado, now you got the avocado 24, and now you got this Limitless RDTA. Now the Limitless RDTA, it's actually a collaboration, okay? You got Limitless Mod Company out of California, you got iJoy out of China. iJoy's manufacturing it, Limitless Mod Company's designing it, they come together to make this thing happen. It's very similar to the avocado 24. Now, which one's better, Rip? Which one's better? The Limitless RDTA or the avocado 24? Well, you're about to find out, but first, I'm gonna vape on this thing. I'm gonna talk about this thing. Puberty! I'm gonna talk about this thing a little bit, then we're gonna dive down. I'm gonna go over everything, we'll come back, and then I'll go over the pros and cons, let you know if I lost this thing today, or to go out tomorrow and buy one. So the build I have in this sucker is a dual 24 gauge Kanthal standard build. Okay, she's reading at 0.24 ohms. I'm vaping at 40 watts. Got her set on this SDNA 200. The airflow is halfway open on both sides. Here we go. And I'll tell you the flavor off this, if you know how to build her, know how to wick her, it's all about knowing how to wick this sucker, okay? The flavor's phenomenal. The vapor, you guys see it, it comes with these, and that's only at 40 watts. If I take it higher than that, above 50 and above, then this top cap, this chuff cap starts to heat up on me. You know, we'll get into that as we go. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna take her up to 50 watts for you with this 0.24 ohm build. 50 watts! Oh yeah, she's a chuckifying it, baby. It's coming with ease, and it's a warm, dense, hot, oh yeah flavor. You got the coils that sit right up underneath your mouth, and I'm telling you, man, those type of devices produce the best flavor. But there are some cons to that. There's big pros, but there are some cons. We'll get into that. But yeah, one more hit. I gotta take one more hit. Ooh. And notice how I'm tilting it. Like I said, it's like a modernized Genesis atomizer. It's something you're gonna have to do because the juice sits down below and the coil build sits up top. Alrighty, boys and girls, so here's the packaging for this Limitless RDTA. Slides out like so, and inside you got our black Limitless RDTA. Now it comes in two different color options, either black or this stainless steel. Pop the lid, and well, we got our black Limitless RDTA like you guys just saw, and a baggie of extra goodies. And those baggie of extra goodies include 2 Allen key tools, a drip tip, a Buku O-ring, some screws, hex screws, and 2 pre-built twisted coils. And while we're at it, I want to go ahead and show you the pre-built twisted coils that come with this tank. So here's a closer up view of the Limitless RDTA. Again, you got the black version and the stainless steel. Now here's a comparison of the avocado 24 next to 2 of these bad boys. They're the exact same diameter, but this avocado 24 is shorter. Now here's just a close up view of the Limitless RDTA stainless steel version. A few specs for you. She's 24 millimeter in width, and she's about 47 millimeter in height. As you guys can see on the barrel, you got the Limitless logo. It says RDTA. You got your adjustable airflow slots, one on one side, one on the other. Massive airflow, parallel to the coil, straight to the coil. You got your 12 millimeter chuff, Delrin chuff cap up top, and I mean, it is short, man. And your coils, look at those coils in there. They sit so close to your mouth, and like I said, it can get hot. Well, I'm gonna mention this in FaceTime as the pros and the cons, but the good thing is, since those coils are so close to your mouth, you're gonna get fantastic flavor. Bad news is this chuff cap, it will get hot on you over time, especially if you're vaping 50 watts, 60 watts, it starts to get real hot. But they also include this Delrin drip tip, and it's not really wide bore, it funnels down, and it's singled O-ringed. Okay, look at that. But it's real short. I mean, look at this. You pop it on here, and it looks the tits. It really does. I mean, it gives it a good, nice, clean look, but it's just not long enough. And also, they do not include a standard 510 drip tip adapter. This is not a 510 drip tip, as you guys can see. So, that may be a con to some of you guys. You get this knurl section, and again, here's your adjustable airflow slot on one side, one on the other, and you grab this knurl section to adjust the airflow, and you just turn. Whatever you adjust on this side is going to be the exact same on this side. I can close her off on both sides, open her wide open. You got your coil in there, and it's parallel. You go straight to the coil, or to the coils. Take the top cap off, top cap barrel section, and with the adjustable airflow, you get the perfect amount of restrictiveness. That's a pro. That's another pro I want to mention. And also, this is the perfect amount of restrictiveness. It's not too tight, it's not too loose, it's just right. But yeah, here's the inside of the top cap. And everything is clean, man. This is machined really well, especially for the price point. Chuff cap comes out like so. And you got your notches, that's for your adjustable airflow. And what you want to do is line up the notches with the slots. Press fits in, booyah. And here's the deck section. As you guys can see, I've got a standard, a dual, standard build, macro build using 24 gauge Kanthal. It's got that Velocity style deck, and it's super easy to do your build, install your builds. You got your hex screws mount, side mounts on one side mounts on the other. You got your wick holes, okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's got peak insulators insulating the positive connection, which is right here. Here's the negative section, which is milled into the deck. And right here, here's your fill port. Now this thing is monstrous. You can fit your glass droppers, your needle tips, all that good stuff. And the cool thing about this middle section is it unscrews, watch this. So it slides over the deck section. So a lot of people, what they're doing is they're taking their wicks, installing them, and then just sliding it right over to line it up with those wick slots, and they screw it back in like so. And I will say this, the threads, they're not the smoothest, they're not the worst, but they're not the smoothest. But again, you're paying 35 bucks for this. I mean, not bad. So yeah, this thing pops off, got the padded O-ring for the tank, seals everything in. Nice threads, they're clean, they're not the smoothest, again, they're not the smoothest, but they're clean. And also you have this little dropper, and that's basically saying this is where your fill port is, this is where your fill port is. Tank section comes off like so. Now you got to be careful because this is a tight fit. You got triple O-ring down here at the base, and I tell you, the good thing is I've never had any leaking. It's a nice secure fit, but the bad news is you only receive one of these bad boys, and it's no good. And you got to make sure you lube up these O-rings, which they are, because if you don't, it's going to be way too tight of a fit. So you lube them up, it press fits in. The thing is, when you first get this, it is going to be tight, and you got to be careful. There's nothing supporting it right here, so you can pinch it and break the tank. So I try to get down here where those O-rings are, and I work it and twist it. But like I said, once this thing gets juiced up, it's good to go. So yeah, here's the tank section. And here's the rest of this device without the tank and the middle section and the top cap and barrel. And at the base it says co-designed by iJoy and Limitless Mod Company in California. It says Limitless down here, and as you guys can see right here, you got a gold-plated 510 pin, which is adjustable. And look how it protrudes. Oh yeah, good for your hybrid top cap guys. Nice smooth 510 threads. Oh yeah, and the post holes on this Velocity style deck are about 2 millimeters in diameter each. And you could put any build in here. This is a macro build. Look at this, look how much space I got. Press fit that glass tank on the deck, and you want to make sure that you juice up those O-rings so it slides right on. And it's still a pretty tight fit, but that's good. Now I was going to show you the way that I wick it, or the way that I tuck and fold after I pop on the centerpiece, but I'm going to show you an easier way that you're going to get great results as well. So I cut about right there. I cut it, you know, this length about right there, and then what I do is I juice it up, and you want to make sure that each end is fluffed out before you juice it up. The fluffier it is, the more efficient it's going to wick. Tuck it. And then what I do from there is just slide this over gently and screw her in. Voila. And you got to make sure there's just a little bit of a gap. You could stick your scissors or whatever you're using, your tool, and just to make sure you can get down there to where it's not stuffed. Just like with a theorem. After you fill it up, you can do that step again to make sure that you have that opening, okay, so it wicks efficiently. And again, I can go in and make sure there's that little bitty slot in each wick hole. Line up the air slots with each coil, and boom, we're rocking and rolling. And you can adjust it like I showed you before. I'm gonna go halfway, about halfway open. And check it out, she looks the tits on this SD&A 200. There is zero overhang. Most box mods are like that with these 24mm devices. Oh yes. So that right there, ladies and gents, is a close-up view of this Limitless RDTA. Let's go ahead and take her back to FaceTime. First, the cons, okay? One, you cannot use your standard 510 drip tips. It does not come with a standard 510 Driptip Adapter. And this leads me to the next con, okay? The wide bore chuff cap, the 12mm bore. It's so freaking close to your freaking coils. One, you're gonna get spit back, okay? So that's another con. Two, if you vape it over 50 watts, this thing starts to heat up. It gets hot. Next con, this thing does not come with an extra glass tank. What the fart? If I lose this, what am I gonna do? I don't have another one to go to. I'm freaking SOL. Next con, I've already had 2 hex screws strip on me, and I've only been using this thing for a week and a half now. Look at the Geek Vape products. I've never had 1 hex screw strip on me, and it's because they're doing that treatment, that heat treatment. You guys should do that. Limitless Mod Company, iJoy, do it for this. More manufacturers out there need to do that, because every other device that has a Velocity style deck except the Geek Vape products, I'm stripping them. I'm stripping the screws, and it's becoming a pain in the ass. Now the pros. 1, the build quality for this is fantastic, especially for the price point, and there was minimal to no machine oil. 1 rinse, 1 wash, I was good to go. 3, the flavor and vapor I get off this is phenomenal. Does not matter what build I put in here, and that leads me to talk about the Velocity style deck. You got plenty of room to build on. It's super efficient, easy peasy, what a sleazy. And the airflow up top, the adjustable airflow, first of all, it's easy to adjust, perfect amount of restrictiveness between the chuff cap and that barrel, and you get plenty of airflow, man. And it is as smooth as a bass's belly, baby. I mean, smooth, man. You heard it. No matter where I can restrict it all the way down, I can open it all the way up, and it's going to be consistent all across the board. And as you guys saw in the close-ups, it's got that top side fill, massive slot. You can use your glass dropper, you can use your plastic tips. It's just easy. And like I mentioned before, this thing holds 5 mils of e-liquid, and they stated it holds 4, so they're under-promising, over-delivering. I like that. This tank has been compatible with all my mods, screwed down, sat flush, made a connection, oh yeah. And last but not least, this thing is compatible with all your hybrid top caps because that 510 pin, the gold-plated 510 pin, when you screw it in all the way, it still protrudes quite a bit, oh yeah. Now on to the big question, the big answer of the day. Hey Rip, if you'd have lost this sucker today, would you go out tomorrow and buy one? And the answer is nope. And let me tell you why. Because I got the Avocado 24, and the Avocado 24 comes with everything this does not come with, okay? It comes with a standard 510 Driptip Adapter. This one does not. It comes with an extra glass tank. This one does not. It comes with a block to block off one side, which it makes it more efficient for this type of design. This one does not. Hell no, I wouldn't buy it. But Limitless Mod Company and iJoy, you change it up, you offer everything that they offer. Maybe something extra. Maybe I might consider buying it. I don't know. Right now, no. This is Rip Chippers, and remember, smoking is dead, vaping is the future, and the future is now.